You're still muted, honey.
Oh, hello. We're making duct tape lightsabers today. So,
And this is all the materials you will need.
yeah. So, you can pause this, look at this. This will tell you everything you need. Also, if you need, it's also on our social medias. So, you can also find it there. But
And I will retype this in the description.
we have a special guest to show us how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We have Odin of Odin Makes.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. Right on. Thank you for having me on your show again. This is what, the second or third time. Appreciate it.
Second time, and we always love having you on.
Nice. So yeah, I thought it was great. You wanted to ask me to come on and talk about how I make my duct tape lightsaber, my boffer style lightsaber. Totally happy to do that. Do you want me to just jump into it, or are we doing something else?
Yeah, we can jump right into it. Now, I figured lightsabers just in time for May the 4th coming up.
It's true. I did do this demo a couple of times now at a couple of other cons for May the 4th. The main thing I want to say is, while I call this a boffer style lightsaber or a boffer style weapon, it is inspired by some very old standards from the SCA for practice swords, and a lot of more modern and current LARPing communities have a different set of rules than what I'm going to be doing. So this is really good for off the field or family fun, but it may not be up to field worthy code if you actually take it to a LARPing event. It's a little less on the padding than what most like Amp-Guard and Daggerhair wants to have at their LARPing events. But I've beaten many friends with these, and they work just fine.
I do believe a lot of the new ones want more like a cushion, like chair cushion style foam.
Yep. A lot of them will do that, where you'll have a core that's built the way I want to do it, which is a piece of PVC or some other core piece. You know, a lot of them use graphite golf clubs as well. And then it's wrapped with either the pipe insulation foam, which is what I want to use, or yoga mat or camping foam, and then a couple of layers of the chair cushion foam, the project foam, you know, this type of stuff. So you have a couple of layers of compression. And that also gets the blade to be greater than 2 inches in diameter, which is usually the minimum they want, because that's pretty safe against like a head blow for eyes. It's big enough that it won't go into visors and it won't get into delicate things that aren't otherwise protected. But it's a little wide for a lightsaber, so I'm going to skip that. I'll just, make something that's got a little more sting to
it. I mean, I got the Kyber Cave saber back here too.
Right? My friends and I used to run around with bamboo shinais and just beat each other with those, with wearing t-shirts. People quit playing with me for some reason. So my plan is to use a 3/4 inch Schedule 200 PVC pipe. This is the thin-walled PVC pipe. That pipe actually has more give than the Schedule 40 pipe. It's got a bit more wibble to it, right? So it is, in effect, a softer weapon while not actually being all that much softer, but it is. And I had decided on a length of 40 inches for that PVC pipe because it comes in 10-foot lengths. So if you cut it to 40 inches, you'll be able to get 3 lightsabers out of one 10-foot piece of PVC pipe. So let me figure out how I'm going to balance this. There we go. And what we're going to want to do is measure out. I've got a silver sharpening. Great. I'm trying.
Using the proper tools and stuff.
So I'm just going to measure out to 40 inches.
I grabbed the bandsaw out real quick and zipped it off last night.
Oh, that's a great way to do it. There's nothing wrong with that if you can. But
now I'm over here with my deburr tool trying to clean everything up.
You want to do that for sure. Even with this tool, you're going to want to soften the edge. So I'll have to grab a piece of sandpaper. Perfectly straight. Okay. And then the other major piece of ingredient that I want to use is the pipe insulation foam. And I again decided that 36 inches is really good because it's easy to get a 6-foot piece from the big box hardware stores. So that'll give you 2 lightsaber blades from 1 piece. And we're not going to use the full 36 for the blade. It's just a great place to start. We're going to use this to help make a softer tip, and we need to make some of it for a striking pommel and things like that. So the blade will actually be shorter than 36, but I keep looking at the wrong camera, don't I? But it's just an easy way to be able to get 2 blades out of a piece of the pipe insulation foam and 3 blades out of the PVC pipe. So for about $25, including a couple rolls of cheaper tape, you could probably get enough materials to make 4 lightsabers. Did that work out? No. Yeah, you'd end up with more pipe left over, but you would end up, because that's for 2 of these.
There's nothing wrong with having PVC laying around.
No, there isn't. It's useful for a lot of things. You could also technically do this with a 1/2 inch if you wanted to, but then I would probably wrap some of that project foam around the insulation foam to give it a little more cushion, give it a little more width, because the 1/2 inch insulation pipe ends up being, probably more movie accurate as far as of width, but it starts to get really small for backyard poppers.
Yeah, you start getting that whiff to it.
Yeah. Peel this off. Also, I specifically went and bought the one that's self-adhesive. So this has got a bit of double-sided tape on either side to help me put it on easier. Now, I just cut the end off with the PVC tool, and it does actually make it kind of sharp. I mean, it's not super sharp, but compared to what foam is going to want to be able to put up with, it's a little sharp. So what I want to do is grab a piece of sandpaper and just not sand it down to the point that it's going to become sharp again, but eliminate the sharp edge, right? That'll just make the pokey tips last longer. Pokey meaning you're going to take your sword, and if you're going to stab somebody with it, you're going to have some padding on the end of it. So you want to make sure that your PVC isn't going to cut through the foam prematurely. It's going to happen. That's usually the failure point. But set yourself up for having a saber that'll last a little longer.
So another thing you can use if you have it is one of these guys. This is a deburr tool.
Oh yeah, totally. The deburr tool for pipe.
Yeah, this is actually one I got from like machine shop style stuff.
Okay.
But if anyone that does 3D print, you'll have one of these.
Yeah. Actually, Shock Roman does have one, a really nice all metal one. And that would totally work. And be a bit faster. But I thought I'd try and do this real time.
Really good for the inside, kind of the paint on the outside.
Okay. Yeah, I bet.
There's also a special tool. I don't have it here, but there is a circle metal thing that has like a cone inside with a blade that you can just spin in there real quick. And that's
okay.
Style ones for deburrs and champers the inside of the pipe, so that the water flows by a little bit nicer. I have a rigid one out in one of my toolboxes out there. I have no clue exactly where.
I just got that little thing, the one for doing EMT for rigid conduit, and it's got that little flip out triangle in the back for doing that.
Yeah. Also, the Milwaukee channel locks, the way the handle is, where it's bare metal and it's tapered in, that's designed to clean deburr as well.
Oh, okay.
You shove the bottom of the handle in there and spin it. Yeah, Milwaukee hides all kinds of secondary tools in there.
Yeah, they do. No, Milwaukee is great. I know I got a lot of Ryobi, but that's because Ryobi was nice enough to sponsor my channel. But no, I was in Milwaukee. I had Milwaukee before Ryobi got a hold of me. So yeah, totally.
I love all the weird little gadgets they hide within another thing.
Yeah. What I want to do next is decide how long I'm going to make the length of my grip, right? The actual saber portion. 10 inches to a foot is usually pretty good. A foot is probably a little better because you're going to end up putting a bit of cushion at the end. And then that gives you a reasonable amount of, I mean, I'm guessing right here. How close am I to a foot? That's pretty good. I'm an inch off. So, I'll just make my mark that's at the foot. So with the core for my saber here now, I have a portion that I'm going to be dedicating to being the grip, and the portion that's going to be the stiffening part of the blade. And of course, this is now only 30 inches, while this is 36. So I have additional material I don't need. What I want to do is cut. Make sure I'm getting my math right here. No, I got more than that. Okay, good. That's right, because I said it's a foot, not 10 inches. So I'm going to drop my core into my foam, into my insulation foam. I haven't done this in a year, so I'm trying to remember too.
I got a little fancy with mine.
Good. Please be fancy.
I went more like Kylo Ren style.
Oh, good. You got some of the T's? Nice.
I grabbed a cross.
You got the cross? Sorry, I said T, right.
4-way.
Very cool. Also, do you have, there's two different types of insulation foam. I usually get the one that's got a rougher texture to it. And there's another type that has a smoother skin. The rougher texture, I think, is a little better cushion for boffers. The other one's almost too soft. But that may just be me thinking wrong. What I'm going to want to do...
I got the rougher one as well.
Oh, okay, good. I think a lot of those cross pieces are the other type, aren't they? Not that that matters. So with my 36, yeah?
What I did for the cross pieces, I just notched it in downward a little bit on two sides and cut that little piece off so that it still covers the middle there. Sticking down.
Am I supposed to answer the questions? It's unfortunate that my reference monitor is all the way over here.
What's the most rewarding part of
Yeah, I was turning off my mic so I can tell you guys what it says. So David Navarro in the chat asked, for you, what is the most rewarding part of building cosplays and props?
Getting to play with the toys when I'm done. There's the satisfaction of doing it, and there's the excitement of seeing it come together. That was happening for me just yesterday, working on a Power Ranger helmet that it was starting to actually look like a Power Ranger helmet. That was pretty exciting. But no, it's basically getting to play with the toys that I made with other people. It's a lot of fun to have the stuff on, or to let somebody else be able to check the things out once a con is happening. And that's a lot of fun for me. Sharing the art is a lot of fun for me.
Personally, mine is I like taking something that should not be able to exist and making it exist.
Right.
Like, especially like cartoons. Cartoon physics are so horribly wrong. And if you can make that somehow come into reality,
yeah. Mashups and things like that. Definitely. I've got my insulation. Yeah.
Even like that Reptar behind her, no one, you wouldn't expect to see Reptar walking towards you.
No, absolutely not. Right. And I have a lot of fun with Soul Edge, which is kind of behind me, out of shot now. But you know, my giant, it goes with my cons and Mecha Gods. I totally understand.
Yeah, Mecha Godzilla is freaking awesome as well. Which
thank you.
Still,
Reptar's cool.
We have to get both of them together.
Right? Oh, and you gotta wear your costume one of these days. I've got my insulation foam set at the 10-inch mark that I drew. And then on the other end, I cut and left 3 inches on the end. So I have a little bit of an impact. It could be longer. You make it too long, though, and it's real easy for it to bend, and it'll just fail sooner. And then I'll take 3 inches off of the piece that I've got left. And what I want to do is, let's see. I'll go to focus assist. I'm going to push the push one side of it in and then roll it up in kind of a puck. Can I get this to be a little tighter? I might have to cut some off. And then you can insert that inside of the tip of the saber and make kind of a cork. Exactly. So now I'm gonna need to cut some off. So that way the entirety of the front of the saber, the part that's going to be hitting your opponent, has some cushion to it. And again, this is the part that's going to fail first. That's just the way it is. This type of a boffer toy is fun for a summer, but it's not going to be an heirloom toy.
I mean, after usually about a year, duct tapes are going to.
It's true.
Anyway.
I've made some really fancy ones of these a long time ago, and I remember coming across it not too long ago, and it was still holding up okay. But I had made keyblades doing this. So I made boffer keyblades, and
just using like EVA foam for the key teeth.
Yeah, basically, just using EVA format foam for the key teeth, and still wrapping it in duct tape and everything else. And it worked really well. It was a lot of fun. So now I'm starting to, off screen where you can't see it. There's the adhesive back. Let's go ahead and get away from being super zoom in. Oh, too many presses, sorry. There's adhesive backing for the self-sealing. I'm starting to peel that off and pinch the insulation foam together, and it's not sticking. There we go. But it will. It's going to get covered with duct tape, so I'm not too worried about it.
So, also, as I was closing mine, I did realize if you do want to do something like this, where you go a little fancier, you might want to upsize one size with your pipe installation.
Yeah.
Close usually around those joints.
Yeah, you're right. 1 inch would probably be better. I forget always that 3/4 inch PVC is 3/4 inch on the inside, not on the outside.
Yeah.
So I'm lifting and separate. I'm lifting the insulation away from the PVC pipe so I can push it together. When I was just mashing it directly, it was catching on the pipe and curling in on itself. So I'm just going to work this all the way down.
One of the nice things about this is a project that even like a kid could do, because you don't really need sharps or anything like that you get hurt.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a project I've done at a con for an all ages workshop for exactly that reason. It's just tape with scissors if you want or not. And I just pre-cut all the materials. I pre-cut all the PVC pipe and I pre-cut everything else to eliminate the sharp need.
Yeah, and because these are pre-glue or adhesive on there, you don't even have like contact cement or anything.
Yeah, which is a big plus. Contact cement. I wouldn't want to subject somebody not expecting the fumes of contact cement to having contact cement, in a public space.
Yeah.
Now, this ends up having a really good friction fit just because I've now forced the 3/4 inch insulation pipe around a 3/4 inch PVC pipe, which is actually more than 3/4 inch on the outside diameter. In time, though, it will still work its way off. But for the moment, it's got a really good attachment to the pipe. And I've got a bit of a solid core on the end for it being a stabbing thing. What I did previously for wrapping the blade was pointed out to me as being a bit of a mistake. It's always been my habit to wrap it like a barber pole, right? And you just do this all the way up. The tendency to put too much tension on it and compress the foam is there, right? It's really easy.
Because then you make it denser.
Yeah, you're making it denser by compressing it. So it was suggested to me by my good friend Zot many years ago, and I keep forgetting about it, to put the duct tape on in the direction of the foam. And then you kind of just wrap it and do a couple layers. And that keeps the foam as soft as it can be. So what I want to do, I was on frame anyway. I'm going to start on the pipe because this will anchor the insulation to the pipe. So I'm going to start with a little bit on the pipe and then just go all the way to the end of the foam with one piece of tape.
This has to be lovely headphones listening.
Oh yeah. What we need is duct tape ASMR, right? I propose if I want to be snazzy, I can roll my blade over and then pick the tape up and fold it over and come on back down the other side. That's not required, and I got to be careful because I can feel that I'm putting some tension on the tip. Don't put too much tension on the tip.
Are you overlapping your tapes? Or...
Yeah. You'll want to end up overlapping the tape. You want to encapsulate the foam with the tape. The tape at this point is...
What are you doing?
I think I'm only going to need to do 4 pieces to overlap mine. Right? So I'll be able to do just 4. I got one here, and then I can do another one here.
Overlap, just like a little 1/4 inch or so.
Yeah, not a lot. Doesn't have to be. I don't want to be. I'm not building something to fight somebody who's wearing proper armor, right? I want to go out and have fun with somebody who's wearing a t-shirt and jeans. So,
I mean, the stormtroopers didn't have proper armor either.
No, they didn't. They're wearing Tupperware. So yeah, it's about that. You're right. It's about a 1/4 inch on the other side. It's not a lot, but it's adequate. Another method that the Amp Guard and the other LARPing communities do, instead of duct tape, they actually use socks, or they'll sew a cover that goes over it, kind of sew their own socks. And I've done that at a con as well, where we just use socks for the blade. And yeah, it ends up with a softer blade for sure. And it can take more abuse because the fabric can move around, unlike the duct tape that will start to separate at the seams, right? But still, things fall apart, so whatever.
Nothing is permanent.
Nothing is permanent. Now I am mashing at the base of the blade around the pipe in order to get the tape to grip down as tight as I can. It doesn't have to be, you know, crazy. Yeah, two layers, got it all the way around. I'm okay with that. I've got some what do I want to say? Folds in the tape on the end, but those will soften up very quickly. Because still, this ends up having the most motion when you're swinging at somebody. So while part of me wants to put more tape around the end to make it stronger, you're just going to make it tougher. And so when somebody gets hit with a grazing blow with the tip, it'll hurt more. So this is fine, and you can add duct tape to fix it later. And realistically, that's it for the blade. It doesn't need anything else. If you wanted to make a boffer using all gray duct tape, right, instead of making a lightsaber boffer, the big difference is for a lightsaber, it has a 360-degree cutting edge, right? It's all antimatter or whatever it is that it's all blade. That's plasma. It's going to cut anything from any direction. But if you wanted to make what would be a cutting blade, a proper metal sword, and you wanted to practice hitting somebody with the cutting edge and not slapping them with the side of the sword, then what they do is they'll take some black electrical tape, which I do have here, and then you can run that down an edge, and that black line represents your cutting edge. And that way you can practice hitting with just the cutting edge. And usually the cutting edge lines up with your cross guard, which is another way of knowing where you're hitting, right? But lightsabers don't have that, so I don't care. I still have a little bit of my foam left over, which I have to go fetch now. I do still have a little bit of my foam left over. What I want to do with this is cut a small piece that's going to become the bell for the emitter, right? So it's the little extra bit of ring that goes here. And then the rest of it, I'm going to put on the bottom as the pommel, because it's a common thing for boffer weapons and LARPing weapons to do a helmet strike. And so you want to have something down here to kind of give a cushion for that, as well as with the grip, you've got something thicker at the end. So if you start to lose grip on your sword, you got something that'll actually catch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just cut a little more than 1 inch off. I'm just going to eyeball it, and that's going to be my emitter. And then the rest I will cut in about 2/3, 1/3 to do the same thing with the front. And this will also give me a little bit of extra material because the emitter won't be enough to go around. And I'm kind of presetting this. This isn't something I have a real set way that I do. So I'm just kind of mashing the foam together now to so I've got myself a little cylinder of foam that's got a plug in it, and there's enough here that I can get the end of the PVC to fit on it. And it's not very big, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be enough to give you that little bit of safety, so you're not going to be swinging something and catching yourself or your opponent with the edge of the pipe. Put my knife away. And I'm going to attach this to the handle in exactly the same way. With a piece of tape that I didn't cut long enough. I have made lightsabers in the past. In fact, I think the last one I did on my channel, I had the artsy silver metallic duct tape for making my my lightsaber grip. I'm out of that tape at the moment, and the big box hardware stores don't sell it, so don't have any for today.
But the other thing you probably could get away with is like the cheaper air duct tape.
Probably, as long as it's not actually aluminum. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could, I guess, once you're wrapping it around pipe, whatever. I actually have some of that, but I'm going to stick with duct tape.
The roll silver. Oh, there it is, hanging off the edge of the table.
There we go. I'm going to go ahead and stretch. I'm putting a lot of tension, but I'm going just directly against the pipe. This wrap is just getting all the bitter ends of my pommel wrap attached to the pipe a little stronger, and that's it. Effectively, you could stop there, but the whole fun of this is getting to decorate the actual grip portion of it, right? And at this long, it's a good length for me. You could make it shorter for yourself if you wanted to, but this gives me a decent two-handed lightsaber grip for my big old meaty paws. But you can adjust the blade to be longer and have less grip if you want. You can adjust the pipe to be shorter to give you less grip, however you want to work it out. Because remember, Jedi makes his own lightsaber, so you get to make your own lightsaber however you want. I'm going to take a piece of duct tape and I'm going to rip it in half, which I just made look a lot easier than it is. And I'm going to start putting an extra ring around the very base of the blade to represent that emitter, right? This is kind of the Luke Jedi style blade. It's not, you know, everybody's blade doesn't do this, but it's an easy thing to do with a pipe insulation foam. So I wanted to do it. I'm going to need another piece of foam, another couple pieces of foam. Good thing I still have leftover from the other end. This is leftover from the other end. Odin, full sentences. This is leftover from the stabbing end. Wrong camera. This is leftover from the stabbing end of the blade. So I can use this. And attach it. Yeah, it does not want to attach. Fine, be that way. You will tape on and you will like it. My habit is to use hobby knives and straight edge knives. So that's what I'm using here. But scissors are just fine for this stuff. You don't have to have a craft knife. That's the word I'm looking for. You don't have to have a craft knife or a razor knife to do this. Scissors are going to be just fine.
Yeah. My go-to is the box blade.
Yeah.
Particularly with the freaking Linux gold blades.
Those are awesome blades. Absolutely. Shock Gremlin's go-to cutting knife is one of the Milwaukee box knives with the Linux gold blades. Yeah.
Yep.
Swears by them. Refuses to use anything else. And having used them,
have the OG
I'm not going to correct them.
It came to a point.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's just more comfortable for my hand. I like it more. So I have like 3 of them that I'm like, those are mine. I have one I broke the freaking clip off, so I can't carry it anymore, but it's still in my toolbox.
Now for the emitter, I'm going to take my silver tape and I'm actually going to go all the way around it, making a stair step of the tape going from the emitter onto the blade. So I am going to be putting silver on the blade. But once I'm done doing this and getting it attached, I can just wrap more blue around it and turn it back to being blue. Probably should rip that off. I probably should rip that off a little bit longer. This was only about 2.5 inches or 3 inches. I probably should make this a little bit longer.
The basket of tape.
That was considerably longer.
Make yellow work. Maybe I'll switch it to yellow. Switch it later. It lives in a basket, all the little stuff.
Now, as I'm doing this,
the little stuff's in the basket.
As I'm doing this, I am tearing my duct tape in half, so it's more like an inch-wide piece. Because of the radius of the emitter and the radius of the blade itself, I find that working with these shorter pieces helps eliminate some of the funky little angles and corners that you get, right? It requires less darts on your duct tape pattern. I'm trying to overlap it, but it seems like I'm missing a lot. Come on. There it goes.
So I see one other thing with mine
Yeah.
is if you put a connection point in here, there is some play in there. So
Yeah.
unless you glue it or make sure your tape overlaps the joints, it may launch it at some point.
Yes, that's true. I didn't really. It's been a while since I made one with a connection point in it. Gluing it's probably a really good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can hear.
You can feel it.
I can hear it like grinding at me as I wiggle it.
Oh wow. I apologize. I did not design my simple boffer for all edge cases.
But I mean, you could do a lot of stuff with just a simple fitting. You could even do like a 45 on there and get like a Dooku style blade.
Yes, you can. I just love the fact that you can do anything that you want that's creative, because you're not going to be, you're making your saber, you're not going to be wrong.
Yeah.
You just want to be safe, you know, or have a modicum of safety. So I'm going to take a little bit of extra blue tape and I'm going to clean up the base of my blade.
Yeah, because this saber will hurt. This saber will hurt a lot less.
A lot less. Yes, it will. But combat sabers are fun. Oh, they're fun. Now, many times in the past, making boffer weapons, saber weapons, even the keyblades, I would end up actually wrapping the grip portion as well. Not really sure why. I think it was just became that's wrinkled as heck. It just became something that I felt like I needed to do, was to continue the foam all the way down. But of course, you don't. Come here. A 3/4 inch PVC pipe is actually going to be just under 1 inch in diameter. It's about 7/8 of an inch, which ends up being really good for me, and it's probably a decent size for most people. It's a little small for a lightsaber. I feel like the lightsaber grips that I see are actually a little bit thicker than just an inch. Most of the blades for the combat sabers are an inch. But this is a better grip surface than this, right? This is again, for me, not a big deal, but this is a little big, especially for some of the people that I was doing a demo for before. Additionally, you could take pieces of EVA foam and start laying it on here and encapsulating it in tape in order to give yourself some dimension and panel lines or rings like Obi-Wan's or whatever you wanted to do. You could do that in here. I'm just going to go with straight tape, partially because it'll be faster. But I think that's pretty much it. It'll be faster. It takes a lot longer to get all those other extra pieces taped on.
If you're going to go the EVA route, you can actually buy those sheets that are about the size of a piece of paper that are really, I think it's 1 or 2 millimeters thick.
Yeah, those are 2.
And not build up too much bulk and be able to get multiple colors and layers. And some of them are even adhesive back.
Yes. I would still encapsulate the adhesive back with duct tape. I haven't had a lot of good experience with the adhesive back craft foam sticking long term. At least the older stuff that I got from Michael's a long time ago.
So you've seen my hockey pool.
Yes.
My bed pool with the hockey stick. That hockey puck I made, all that detailing that's on my hockey puck, that's all stick on.
That's all stick on and it stayed stuck? That's nice.
Stuck together. So it depends on what you're sticking it to, is what I've found.
That makes sense.
So if you're sticking it to something that's semi-porous, it sticks amazing. If you're sticking it to something that's smooth, there's nothing for it to grab and it doesn't bond.
All right. So sand the PVC pipe and give it some tooth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Also, it doesn't like flex. If there's flexibility in it, it doesn't like that.
Okay, yeah, because the two layers are going to move against each other when it's flexing, so I can see that.
Yeah, it pulls on that adhesive, and it's not the strongest adhesive. So
I am going to go ahead and put a couple more pieces of silver. Actually, I ended up with a way longer than I should have had, but oh well. I'm going to put a couple more pieces of silver because I can see the pipe through the tape. My tape is inexpensive.
budget tape.
Budget tape. And now you're paying the price for budget tape by using more.
Most products, if it's cheaper, you'll end up using more, and it ends up costing you about.
Yep.
Spray paint is definitely one of the big ones for that.
Yes. The recent
Spray paint has horrible coverage.
Yes, it does. Cheap spray paint does have horrible coverage and dry time. There was a recent project that Shop Grumman and I finished. It was Shop Grumman's project. Made an R6 astromictorite, so it was a not one that's really easy to see in the Star Wars movies, but it is there as a blurred pixel in the background. But decided to use duplicolor automotive spray paint to paint the droid. It was a more expensive spray paint, but absolutely worth it.
Yes, it does take a while for that stuff to dry.
I know the duplicolor did really well. It didn't take nearly as long as like Rust-Oleum.
I guess it kind of depends on what your atmosphere is at the moment. I use the like shiny candy apple red one to make one of the what is that the demon hotel one that you see all the time to make that microphone.
I want to say Hotel Transylvania, but that's not it. It's the other one. Yeah, has been Hotel. Yes. Yeah,
that microphone that the one chick with the eye has. I made one of those for one of the cosplayers that we know, and I ended up painting the red with that stuff, and it took about half a day to dry.
Oh wow! I wonder what you're painting it onto, huh? No, because for us, we're painting ABS and styrene plastic effectively. It was safe to touch in 15 minutes.
Yeah, this was all like PVC and EVA. So.
Huh. Interesting.
Although I found to get a good grit for the microphone ball.
Yeah.
Floor mat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Harbor Freight floor mat foam.
The texture in the backside of it?
Yeah, the grippy side of it works beautiful for that. And it's already silverish gray. So
right. So at this point, I've got a grip that's fully silver. I've got a striking pommel. I've got an emitter to show that I've got a lightsaber. It's pretty skinny. It actually bothers me a little bit. I'm so used to making them thicker, but trying to leave it. I'm just going to add tape to it and beef it up a little bit. Do I want to do? I do.
Ooh, busting out the EVA drops.
Yep.
the laser cutter leftovers.
That's exactly what this is. These are left over from the clue props that I recently made. And so I'll just cut myself some strips of this. See, how do I want to do that? I think I'll start this way and just square it off first.
And the average ruler is 1 inch, so you can always use a ruler for a measurement tool that way too.
Yep, this one happens to be 1 1/4, but yes, you're right. I'm going to make my own adhesive back foam. I've got some wonderful carpet tape that we use at Cosplay Repair for repairing shoes. This works really good. Thank you, Cosplay Cleric, for pointing this out. This particular tape works really well for when your inexpensive cosplay shoes turn into, a duck. Yeah, you can use this to line the inside of the sole and then stick it back to the other shoe. It's not going to last forever, but because you're always stepping on it and kind of reapplying it, it lasts for the rest of the con.
Which gives you time to take it home and shoe glue it.
And shoe glue it, exactly. And it's while not completely removable, because this stuff is decent stuff.
If it's bonded to one side, then you don't need to remove it.
Yeah, there you go.
Just add more goop to it. I've also used the Gorilla Glue double-sided tape. That stuff sticks really well for stuff like that as well.
Yep, I bet it does. This is effectively extra thick adhesive with the cloth webbing for duct tape embedded in it. There's no other backing to it. And it's sold as a carpet tape. Here's a little bit that's a little bit thinner. So I got some 5 mil and some 3 mil here, so I can have a little bit of height difference.
So I feel like this question might be more for Jeff. I don't know, but it says, if you can see through the duct tape, are they still good for air ducts? I don't know anything about air ducts, but I'm just saying.
You can see through
Someone
the
in the
duct
chat
tape. Is it
asked
still good for air ducts?
Yeah, is the duct tape still good for air duct? I assume is what
Duct
it
tape
is.
in general isn't good for air ducts.
Right?
You want foil tape. So duct tape is what they used to use back in like the 70s. Then you find out you get it hot, you get it cold, you get it hot, and the glue breaks down.
Yep.
And turns to dust.
It's latex based.
So yeah, get foil tape, preferably the stuff with the gray plastic backer on it, if you're gonna do your air ducts. I used to do HVAC repair.
Oh, okay.
That's why I figured you would be good to answer that question.
And if you really want to seal it up good, go get a bucket of mastic and wear nothing you like, because you will not get it out of your clothes.
Right. Yep.
But that bucket of mastic will steal everything out of your air ducts. That is what the professionals use. You put mastic on the pipes and you foil tape the inside of every register. So. Which I probably should do to this house, but procrastinations and too many projects.
Too many fun projects.
I have both.
Okay.
I have fun projects. I have things I don't really want to do, but I need to do.
Right.
I have them all. I mean, there's still a wall right over there that I re-sheetrocked the wall. It still has no texture, no paint.
I've got a
But
project
there's a wall
building.
again. It is closed.
I've got a project building that I'm moving back into that, there's a ceiling that all the popcorn was scraped off, and it's still just the mud repair. It's not actually painted.
Stick soundproof foam up there and you'll be good. Okay, down from all the tools.
I'm gonna paint it first, but yeah, basically.
I mean, if you're gonna hide behind foam, why paint it?
Yes, if the entire thing's going to be covered in foam. I think my intention was to not have the entire thing covered with foam, and so it'd be easier to paint it before and then stick the foam to it than to paint around the foam.
Also, another thing you could do if you don't plan on long term having the foam there,
right?
Get some of that 1/8 inch panel board.
Oh, okay.
Foam to the panel board, and then you can screw the panel board to the roof.
There you go.
And then whenever you move to the next spot, you just unscrew your panel board, move it with you.
Yep.
Because soundproof foam is expensive.
Yep.
Super pricey. Especially if you actually get soundproof foam and don't go the way we did for Sanders and use mattress foam.
I had some friends that got a hold of old cubicle walls, and they pushed the soundproofing out of the middle of the cubicle walls and then screwed it onto the walls of the spare bedroom for the band practice room. You couldn't hear them outside playing. It was amazing how well it worked. Yeah.
Me and Sandra are divided by a wall that's called an 1/8 of an inch thick, and you can't hear me on her mic, so.
Oh, okay.
And then it's just 2-inch mattress topper foam is all we ended up using.
Oh, this has got the bad cut. I don't want to use that. Oh, no, I can. I can just use this end.
Yeah, flip flop. So
Yeah,
how is that stuff about peeling away the backer?
This isn't so bad peeling away the backer on this. It takes a second to get the corner, but it's coming off pretty easy.
Okay. It doesn't like to try to do that side split where it freaking leaves behind a chunk of it.
I have not seen that happen with this particular tape. No.
That is horribly annoying when foam does that.
Yeah.
Our tape does that in general. You go to peel off the backer and then you get almost there and you hear that. And you're like, oh. Well, now I'm just picking at that for an hour.
Right. All right, I'll just cut a few more that are apparently my blade isn't as sharp as I think it is.
Then you gotta get the next gold out.
Yep.
I originally got put onto those by my dad because he's a general contractor, and he said he could hit nails with it, and it didn't dull it right away.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, if it drags across a nail without dying, it should survive foam for a while.
Yes, foam dulls blades in a big hurry. It's amazing.
Yeah, the only thing that's worse than foam is paper.
Yep, I'll agree with that. Okay, how do I want to? Do I want to do? Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you have sewing scissors, do not use them on your foam and your paper, and save those separate. Only fabric and thread.
Correct. Fabric scissors are only for fabric, and hair scissors are only for hair. And if you ever use one of those scissors on something else, they are no longer fabric scissors or hair scissors. Yeah,
that's why
you're right.
My fabric scissors are way at one end of the workbench, and my other scissors are way at the other end of the workbench. So there's no confusing them.
I've got a piece of fluorescent gaff tape spike tape on it. That's fluorescent green that says fabric. So I've got a flag on mine.
Do you have the little nipper fabric scissors yet?
I've got a couple. The ones that are like spring loaded, you just kind of like a miniature pair of
the blades are like an inch long.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Those ones are freaking amazing when you use the machine.
Yes. As long as you take care of them, they remain amazing.
Yeah. I need to actually replace my big fabric ones. My big fabric ones have a bow to the blade. So the front cuts amazingly. The back, not so much.
All right.
But I want to get a nice pair of pinking shears. Nothing cuts quite the same as a nice salt metal pair of pinking shears on fabric.
Yeah.
The other ones work, but those are like satisfying when you're cutting.
Yeah. I think I've ruined a lot of my mom's pinking shears as a kid because of how much fun they were to cut with. I want the alligator scissors. Yeah.
And they're not cheap.
No.
I looked at a pair a while back and they were like almost $30 for a pair of scissors. So.
Come on, get in there.
How did you feel about the empty air duct from Die Hard? To be fair, it was a fresh new building.
Okay. It was a fresh new building, wasn't it?
Doesn't matter. I've worked construction. The air ducts are gross.
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not like it's going to have decades of cake built up inside of it.
No, but you're still going to have all the sheetrock that was cut in there. You're going to have a little dust in them.
So having worked with commercial air ducts before, it seems like there was a lot of room. Like the air ducts were, they need to be oversized to some extent to handle the air moving around, but it seems like they were almost exaggeratingly too big to me.
Well, also, anyone that's hung those knows that's not going to support you.
Yeah.
Not to mention, from the bottom side, you're not being sneaky. It's gonna sound like freaking raccoons in a trash can.
He had plot armor.
And lots of it without saying. Not to mention, everything in a duck is trying to cut you.
Yeah. So
There's
you're trying to say that being barefoot wasn't the smartest? Okay.
Have you ever used the insulation tape?
Yeah.
Insulation tape? The
little foam insulation tape? Yeah. For little greebly things? I have. Yes.
No. I'm talking the electrician's, like, it's like a stretchy rubber. It comes with like a white plasticky film on it.
Maybe not.
Put myself back up on here. Alright, so this stuff. So it's same size as like electrician's tape.
Okay.
But when you unroll it, it's not even sticky.
Oh, okay.
But what it does is it stretches, and then because of the texture that's on it, it will bond to itself. So you pull it tight and stretch it around, and it holds to itself. Kind of birded it.
Okay.
Like that. It's really nice for grips because it makes a nice rubber grip that your hand's not going to slip off.
Right. I was thinking that before I got started about athletic tape for like tennis rackets and hockey sticks. That works really good for grip tape. It is grip tape on these types of things too. I forgot to bring that up.
Another one that works good for that that's cheap is medical tape.
Oh, okay.
I got that from street hockey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which there's probably plenty of medical tape in street hockey.
Well, I mean, you end up with first aid kits. You burn through all the band-aids and stuff like that, and you end up with a freaking roll of tape laying around. So you end up with 3 or 4 of those, and then you need to re-grip your stick. You don't have tape. Use what you got.
Yeah.
I have all kinds of interesting tapes in here.
Tape is fun. Tape is a great alternative for adhesives. You know, for I love contact cement. I use contact cement on almost all of my builds, but I've enjoyed the tape builds as well. For one thing, it's faster.
One thing definitely not to cheap out on is when you are buying your masking tapes.
Okay.
Do not cheap out on masking tape. Cheap masking tape will leave residue, and the edges aren't going to be as crisp when you peel off your tape.
Yep. Okay, I don't really have that good of spacing, but I got some texture on there. I'm going to wrap some of my thinner. Where'd it go? Here it is. I got some thinner gaff tape that I got from Blick. That's only like 1/2 inch wide. I'm going to use that to seal up my EVA foam rings.
That's cool.
I could also.
I'm curious
that?
what the intended practical use of 1/2 inch wide gaff tape was.
From a production standpoint, yeah, you mark things on the floor. Yeah, you do you spike things on the floor.
If you have 3-4 bands, you can mark off where when stuff goes for good change.
Right. Well, it's actors have marks to land on so they know where focus is, or you can make spikes where the table goes, so when there's a scene change on stage, you know where the table goes and it's in the right spot for the lights. Yeah. So it's spike tape for that.
Yeah, we used to do similar stuff to that with gaff all the time, because you'd have pink is this band, orange is that band, blue is this band.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you have about 4 minutes to get the band changed.
Yeah. Before the audience gets bored.
What most people don't realize is, it all went off stage, and now there's a bunch of guys back there breaking down all that stuff that just went flying off the side of the stage. Now the next band starts.
Yep.
I used to be one of those guys.
You used to be a roadie? Local roadie? Nice.
I used to do it over at Thunder Valley all the time.
Oh, there you go. My experience with live music has been the video guy for the state fair for a couple of years. The one doing the video assist on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun.
So you're doing the screen mixing?
Yeah, controlling the robot cameras and helping to direct the one a live camera guy that's kind of center stage, and then just switching between the cameras and constantly adjusting the color correction for the setting sun. That was fun because it's out at the fair. It's outside.
Yeah, I never really played on professional video that much. I set up a handful of freaking ridiculous projectors and a lot of LED screens.
Yeah.
But most of my stuff was lighting audio.
Yep. Which is important.
Which is a great rivalry between the three: lighting, audio, and video.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious listening to them argue with each other.
Okay, I got one more to do here, and I might put out a couple more pieces of artsy stuff.
That little rectangle box on the side, like Luke has.
Yep. The little clip from the old Graflex. I'll probably just do one in tape. Almost spilled my water.
That is why I keep water bottle.
Yep.
And that way, if it falls over, not much leaky.
And a bit less glass on the floor. I've actually got a glass.
Yeah, I got one of my water bottles I won at a convention. Actually, convention you were recently at. But I won it at VacaCon last year or year before.
Okay.
So, with Reptar.
With Reptar, nice. Oh man, I cut that crooked.
Have you tried painting or changing color of your grip tape Besides medical tape, I can only think of brown, blue, beige, red, black, white.
Is that a question for me or just a question in general?
Just one of the questions in the chat here.
Okay.
From Advexen.
Oh, Advexen. Hey, right on.
So,
I know that guy. I don't have a specific.
I know the baseball world has a bajillion colors of the stuff.
Right.
But theirs is a little bit more foam and grippy than the like hockey stick stuff tends to be. But I know you can get gaff tape in every color of the rainbow.
Yes, you can. There's a ridiculous amount of gaff tape colors.
I have neon green back here in the drawer. I have yellow in my road box and black. So
I used to have the remnants of a lovely shade of brown. It got used up. It was actually useful on wood things, but it was just, it was brown. All right, so kind of a Lego grip type of a thing, but I've got a grip there, and then I've got a silver portion at the top with my BS emitter that'll come off pretty quickly as I rub my fingers over it. I can feel that's not long for the world. Probably should put some silver tape on that.
So, you have any shows coming up?
The next show I'm going to be at, the very next one I'm going to be at is going to be in Rancho Cordova, and it is the Video Game Expo. It's going to be my third year doing it, and I will be doing a Disney Lorcana sword building demo that's going to be very similar to this, but with slightly different shapes of foam. That's going to be the very first weekend in May. I almost said March. And then I'm going to be at LodiCon, which is mid-May, I think. And that's now a 2-day con. So it's going to be all day Saturday. And it's over at like 3 o'clock on Sunday. It feels like it's over earlier. But if you really think about it, Sundays usually wind down about that time. So why not? Yeah. So yeah, those are the next two big ones I'm going to be at. I know SAC Anime Spring is this weekend, but my work schedule, I have to travel on Sunday, so I really can't go to the con because I can't, I guess I could go, but the con's not set up for a full teardown Saturday night, so it's just better to not.
Yeah. Yeah, then you especially with as big as your spot is.
Right. Yeah, I overdo it.
You got some big props there. With your mech and your Godzilla there.
Go ahead and seal up this gap. And I'm pretty much going to call mine done. How's yours doing?
Mine is good, except for the fact I could not find my orange tape. I think it's in my road case.
Okay.
I'll probably cover the yellow with orange later because I am going for a semi-aquatic character from Disney.
Okay.
The platypus look.
Ah, nice.
So
you're gonna do some orange
color for the bill section. Ended up with bright yellow in there.
Let's go ahead and...
So the cheddar's now feature, not a bug. It's just making carry the platypus sounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just layers of duct tape, layers of double stick tape with EVA foam. So my little duct tape emitter. Here's my one greeble, right? and then more pieces of grip. A lot of this stuff is going to fall apart fairly quickly, but at least we're doing a nice, fun, quick build. And this would be great for a number of weekends for having fun with your friends at a park. You know, it's not gonna, like I said, it's not gonna be an heirloom prop. You're not gonna have this long term. But come here. I know there's gonna be lots of different ways you could make a lightsaber out of PVC pipe and foam, but this is how Odin makes. How's that?
Mine has veins.
Yours has wings? What?
Veins.
Veins! Oh, nice. Well, you're going for some sort of aquatic look.
Where all the duct tape pinched over on itself a little bit.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've had comments from some of my friends about when I'm putting the duct tape on that I make it look easy. There is a bit of there's a small bit of skill and a small bit of patience with laying the duct tape on in order to have it not stick to itself and not wrinkle up. So I apologize for that if I oh, you just do this, it's simple.
Yeah. You can't see them from there.
Right.
You can see it.
Yeah, we're making stage props. These only have to look good from the fifth row, right? They don't have to look good up close.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. I have not tried painting tape though. I feel like that would not bond best.
What, tape?
Yeah. Have you tried painting or changing the color of grip tape?
Yeah, you can paint over grip tape. House paint works really well. Spray paint sticks okay. I wouldn't necessarily do it on this, but absolutely I've painted over it when I needed to on a set. We've in a pinch we've used gaff tape for I'm saying gaff tape. You said grip tape, right? So is there a difference? Maybe I'm answering the wrong question.
On the picture there.
It says grip. Okay, maybe I'm answering the wrong question. No, I have not painted over grip tape.
Gaff.
Okay.
And I can see gaff taking it because it's kind of a papery back.
Yeah, it's got a paper fabric-y back, and it's kind of a matte color. It's not shiny and vinyl. Yeah, it totally takes it. And we've used it as a cheating joint tape for flats, you know, to just cover them up really quick. It's not cheap. Gaff tape runs like $20 a roll if you want to get the decent stuff, maybe more at this point. So to take 8 feet and stick it to a pair of flats just to make the line go away, that's probably not the best use. Blue painter's tape is probably better, but you know, you use what you have.
And how long does it need to be there?
And how long does it need to be there? Right. Usually anything like that. Yeah.
Paper tape's going to break a lot quicker than that gaff.
Yep. But if you're doing literally a set for a shot, you know, you may be striking it after lunch or before lunch, so paper is fine.
Yeah.
Trying to see the
you're
name.
Doing like a couple week show, use the gaff.
Right. Gaff, definitely. You want something that's going to be on stage for a little while. That's kind of in focus. All right. So it's hard to read the inside, but this is the double-sided tape that Cosplay Cleric suggested. And that we've been using.
I don't read Chinese or whatever.
Well, yeah, there's a little bit of English in here too, but it looks like it's Mileqi adhesive tape. And yeah, find it on Amazon. It's actually not that expensive. And I have done demos in Colorado where the entire sword was built with this tape and packing foam. You know, the white packing foam.
Yeah.
And it worked really well, and people had a blast.
Yes.
Yep, exactly that. Yep.
Throw it back in the box of foam.
Yep, keep your resources handy.
All right. It's is a lightsaber the fourth model into or molded into a blade. Only proper Jedis sharpen their force blades.
Okay.
How do you sharpen a lightsaber?
Yeah, focus on it. I'm not sure, but one of the great things about Advixen as a viewer and as a member of my Discord and as somebody I've met and I can call a friend, he is really good at I Spy. I'll post a picture of something and he'll zoom in on some weird little thing in the background and go, "What's this?" It's the back of a stop sign, but it's great fun. Keep being you, dude.
You want to zoom in on stuff? These are all different makers that are really cool to check out.
Oh, cool. Another weird thing left over from production days. Tape rolls.
I used to use a safety cable.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a bit of rope, but it's effectively a safety cable. The same type of setup.
Yeah, I used to use the old lighting safety cable that was it was a little frayed at one spot, so I'm like, I would never put it on a light. Right. It works for this.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's
what cons are you going to be at?
One sec. Hey, what cons are we going to be at?
Ooh, that's loud.
We're not doing Stack Anime, are we?
I
don't think we are.
Show up, but I know there is something else that weekend.
Oh yeah, I don't have that flyer up, so let me just pull it up to have the proper info. Because I know we're gonna be there Sunday. That's the Sunday one, right?
So one of the actresses from Chucky is going to be at a local bar signing.
At a bar?
She will be at it is. Hold on, here it is.
Well,
it
brewery.
is
brewery.
Christine, Drake's The Barn Brewery on Sunday, April 26th, and she'll be there signing autographs. And there's going to be a few booths there. Sinister Souls and Sinister Creature Con are going to have booths there, and she will be there from 11 to 5 signing autographs. And she is in things like Chucky and Chucky, 90210, Body Snatchers, Legend of Their Own.
League of Their Own or Legend of Their Own?
League of Their Own. I can't read.
That's fine. Is it just Chucky or is it Bride of Chucky or?
It's just Chucky. I think it was one of the first Chuckies.
The first one. Chucky. Nice. Child's Play. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
So she's going to grace Sacramento with her presence. And we will be at her signing that's happening on Sunday.
Very cool. That's my travel day for Southern California. So I'm going to be on I-5 headed south.
Well, if anyone else that's watching will be in the area and is a horror fan, stop by Drake's Barn.
Yeah. Where is Drake's Barn in this area?
That I don't remember. I just remember it's in Sacramento.
All right,
I've never been there.
You can look it up. Google Drake's Barn.
Also, if you go to Sinister's Facebook or Instagram, they have posts about it all over their stuff.
Oh, I bet they do. Those are some great guys.
Oh, it's on Riverfront Street in West Sacramento.
Oh, okay, cool.
Alrighty, so I think that is going to be the show today. We have lightsabers.
We have lightsabers. We have a pair of blue and almost blue lightsabers.
Have you seen the thing about Perry the Platypus? They found out recently that they have bioluminescence and they actually glow that kind of teal color.
Yes, I saw a post about that recently. That they do have yes.
and they actually chirp very similar to how Perry chirps.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm familiar with Phineas and Ferb, and I've seen a few episodes, but I'm not well versed in all of it. I know of Perry and Dr. Doomschwitz, was it, or
Doofenshmirtz.
Doofenshmirtz.
Jeff
I actually have
cosplays.
And then I can't remember the main guys. I know the show's called Phineas and Ferb, but I don't remember the names of the main guys. But anyway, so I don't know all the lore behind Perry, but I know Perry's the smart one of the three.
At the last con we went to, Ferb was on stage with Phil, for Distance Nerding, and they're doing their interview. And at one point, Phil mentioned that his friend turned him on to that I'm actually there, and I had done my cosplay, and I did my Doofenshmirtz. Bruce did his Perry, and he's like, "Oh, the Maker." So Ferb called me the Maker.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool, especially
that's cool.
The whole stick of the show is they make cool shit.
Right. So is that why you're now Jeff the Maker on your name tag there?
It was already that. I haven't changed that.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
That was one of those cool little things, and I actually have to get that video from Phil because Phil has a video of it.
Yeah.
Well, it was great talking to you, Odin.
Thank you. A lot of fun being on the show. Thanks for having me. What's that?
Where can we all find you?
Where can you all find me? I'm in Sacramento, California, usually hiding behind a rock, maybe down by the creek.
Kevin Smith.
I have a YouTube channel. What's that?
Did Kevin Smith write this script?
I've got some of Kevin Smith's hand-me-downs. I have one of his hockey jerseys. I have a YouTube channel called Odin Makes. If you go to youtube.com/Odin Makes, you'll be able to see all the videos that I've made, as well as the live stream that I do pretty much every other Sunday. I've been more live stream centric the last couple of years, but I do want and am planning on getting, I've been saying this for a long time, back into getting produced videos being made. So those are coming, I swear. We've been actually talking about doing a build video and started shooting it for the R6 astromech droid that I talked about earlier, and got permission from Mr. Badley Droids, the one who made all the parts for it, to do a video based off of the parts he made and the parts that we printed, so on and so forth. So that's where I am on YouTube. I'm also Odin Makes on Instagram and Facebook and Reddit and Threads. So you can pretty much find me under Odin Makes most everywhere.
Speaking of your live stream, did you ever reprint those little top flaps for the droid?
Yes, we have reprinted the top. They're not painted yet, but we have reprinted the top flaps, reworked how the hinges attach. They have a bit of a greeble that goes on the inside, and we've reprinted the front panel doors because one of them did not survive Surf City, but that was more because of one of the vendor con brats thought it was really fun to wiggle it a whole lot. And sorry, it wasn't quite that bad, but almost. So we're redoing some of the doors in the front of her, and yeah, all the pie pieces at the top have been reprinted.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's gonna do it for us this week. And remember,
excellent.
Everyone, be a maker, not a hater.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.